So here we have the Marconi M.D.F 5 direction finding receiver. Since the last video I've replaced a couple of resistors that were just out of tolerance. All the others were okay. I've added a connection block on the back for the direction finding circuitry and a BNC stub socket on the sense antenna. And the sense antenna is coupled to it's a long wire. It's just about 15-20 feet of wire at the moment, coupled to the end of this. And in place of the loop, I've made a rather crude loop out of a couple of pieces of RG58 coax. So there's a larger loop and a smaller loop made to the correct dimensions. And they're not exactly looped in the right way, but I figured they might give some indication whether the circuitry was working or not. So at the moment the receiver is tuned to 450 kilohertz. This is the balance direction on the direction finding receiver, and this is the main receiver tuning. It's in the evening and there's a lot of LED lights on in the room, so there's a lot of interference. You can hear it there. Now the signal generator is tuned to 450 kilohertz as well, and it's got a 400 hertz tone on it. So if I switch to sense, this switches the receiver onto the sense antenna. See, it's a lot louder, and I've got a very short antenna on the signal generator. You can just hear it there. Now if I move to direction finding, the noise drops completely away because the goniometer and the balance coils in here, these are linked to the loop antenna, and when the balance is in the center there, it cancels out the noise. So I think the balance circuits in the direction finding section are working well. I aligned it this afternoon as well, so the main receiver and the balance search tuning is both aligned. That was fairly straightforward. Right, so on the direction finding, so it nulls out the noise and you can hear the signal much clearer. Tuning the goniometer has a similar effect. So there's 2 points on the goniometer where the noise is cancelled. That's with the signal generator back on. If I just switch to the sense antenna, so I think the direction finding circuits are working. There's no way I can actually check the direction finding with this really crude setup here, with a sort of a cobbled together loop of sorts, and no correct relationship of the sense antenna to the loop, and of course no ship's hull, and no lead covered cable between the receiver and the loop antenna. So there's a lot of things need to be right in order to actually get the direction finding setup to work correctly. But I'm pretty sure that the receiver is now functioning as it should do. There are some other adjustments that need to be done. See how well this sets screen. Remarkable. Anyway, inside the set there, that calibration choke at the back needs to be set up once the receiver is actually in place. And there's a couple of knobs on the front there that set different numbers of coils on there to compensate for various things on the loop antenna in relationship to things on the ship. But everything's working great now, apart from one dial light is missing at the top under there. I'll see if I can find one of those 120 volt 6 watt lights. Just a quick view under the chassis. So it's been recapped, a couple of resistors replaced. Everything else is all original. I replaced a couple of tubes as well. Yeah, neat set. Okay, so there we go. Marconi M.D.F 5 radio direction finding set as used on ships, dating from about 1942.